Hello, hello, hello. This is my very first time going live on YouTube. So I want to welcome you. My name is Christine Renee, and I really want to discuss with you weight loss surgery. And I have recorded a three-part series prior to this, but I just kind of wanted to bring this in. This is the first time I'm going live. Like I said, okay, I'm backwards. Um, so I just want to get situated here. But my name's Christine Renee. I had gastric sleeve surgery about 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, 2 years and 3 months ago. I had the gastric sleeve, and I really wanted to talk to you about my experience and basically how I got there and kind of like the pitfalls and some of the things, some of the process, right? Let me move this a little bit closer here. Just some of the process. So I was approximately 240 pounds when I decided to have weight loss surgery. I decided that I just had so many things going on physically and health wise that I thought it was really important that I needed to lose weight. And it wasn't my first choice. Since I was 12 years old, I have been dieting and going on yo yo diets. I've tried Nutrisystems, I've tried Jenny Craig, I've tried um, Slim Fast. I tried I don't know if anybody remembers the Fen pills. They were, I don't even remember their real name, but I know you had to get them from the doctor. And it was really, I don't even know what age I had those at. Hopefully it was after I was 18. I have no idea. I know I got them from the doctor and I must have lived with my parents at the time. So I had to have been under 18 because I moved out when I was 18, but I'm not entirely sure. But I did. I used pills. I used Slim Fast. I tried everything under the sun except what we now in this day and age are used to, which would be the gym and which would be eating properly. That's just not what we did. I came from an Italian family. We ate. We certainly weren't working out at the gym, I'll tell you that much. It was not a thing that we did. And in fact, I don't recall anybody even in my family um, working out or doing the gym thing, or not, no grandparents, no brothers, no, I don't have any brothers, but not my parents. Like we dieted. That was what we did. And we were always on a diet. So basically, I have been dieting and depriving myself of certain things since I was 12 years old. I'm 50 now, so I'm 50, and it's a very difficult process, right? If you've ever been a person that's been on a yo-yo diet, or yo-yo dieted your whole life. I've virtually lost the same probably 20, 30 pounds a million times, right? Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And it's just ridiculous. And at some point, it's kind of like you want to give up. You want to be done. You want to just be who you really are inside. Like, you know how it's the same when we're talking about our identity, however our identity may be, however we identify. Well, when there's somebody stuck inside you that you can't be, it's very difficult. It's frustrating. It causes blocks. It causes an energetic problem, right? And like, I believe that I have always been a very thin person, and I'm a thin person on the inside, but I could never make my body match my person. So it was always very frustrating trying to be like, I was a dancer my whole life. Um I do laugh because I go back and I look at my photos when I thought I was huge, when I thought I was this big kid, and I looked so much bigger than everybody else. And I'm not big at all. So I really don't know where this came from. Clearly, it was something in my head. Clearly, it was something from my family. Clearly, it was somehow, some way said that I was a bigger boned kid or that I was just thick or something of that nature, right? And so then it became a block. It became an energetic block, an energetic thing that I needed to overcome. And that's what makes it really, really difficult is we don't realize that all of this sticks with us. So we've got all of our past history, right? You've got all of these diets that we've been on. You've got all of these energetic blocks. Someone told you we're fat. They called you fat at school. Maybe your teacher mentioned something like you shouldn't be eating that because you're a little bit bigger, so you probably shouldn't eat that cookie, right? Something somewhere along the way, somebody said something to you or you felt a certain way, and then that stuck. And it caused this energetic block and this energetic thing that we need to remove, right? We need to remove that to get past and become the person that we really want to be. That's not the only option. That's not the only thing, right? Clearly, we need to eat better. Clearly, we need to move our body. These things are very important. But I'm telling you, I'm 50 years old. I've dieted until now, right? Until I had gastric sleeve surgery. And then now I'm still like, I'm still in the thought process of remembering or needing to remember that I did have these energetic blocks because we have a tendency to fall back into our old ways of thinking. So throughout growing up, I have been to the gym. I have lost weight at the gym, but it was never my full mindset. That wasn't my full idea of go to the gym, health and wellness, keep it up at the gym, change my mindset, and eat better. I've known these things for a number of years because as I was growing up in my early 20s, maybe late 20s, that was really when things started to turn around and change for the health and wellness industry, where it was more about your health and wellness and it was really more about um keeping the weight off, which is not a quick fix. It's not a quick diet. It's not a quick this, right? And one of the things that I find with all of these diets, which don't get me wrong, I loved them. They worked for the time being, is you have to buy their food. When I got a little bit older, I went on the ideal protein diet, and this was within the past 10 years. And this diet was great. Same thing. Very, you buy their food, it's powders, it's whatever, bars, really, really, really good. Lost a lot of weight. I was 145 pounds. I was like a size 7. That's for me, that's what I ended up being at 145 pounds. And I really actually didn't even like myself at 145 pounds because I could see my rib cage in my back and I just didn't like it for whatever reason. I should be somewhere between 160 and 165. Currently, I am 182, and I'll talk about that a little bit too. And actually, if you want to go see my weight loss journey, I've got a 3-part series that I put up. And please subscribe and follow me, comment, whatever, because I will come back here and answer any questions or reply. Um, I tried the ideal protein diet and I lost a lot of weight. It took a while to put it back on, but I put the weight back on because we're still eating their food, right? And these companies are great. They do try and teach us the way that we need to be eating, but we start off with their food. And then once we lose the weight, it's like drugs, right? We're taking the drugs because we need them for whatever reason. We feel good, so we stop. Same thing with diets. We are dieting and we feel good. We get to the weight we want, we stop. But we are forgetting the whole second part of all of this, which is the health and wellness piece, and which is I need to learn how to do this for a lifestyle change, not just a right now, I need to lose this weight, that type of a change. It's a change where we need to make for our entire life. And it's not something that we can, um, it's really not something that we can let go. It has to be a lifestyle change. And it's hard. It's very hard because we're in that mindset. We still have the mindset of the person that we are and have been since however long you've been dieting and however long you've needed to lose weight. We've had this mindset of quick fixes, right? And we're missing that clearing of that energetic block and clearing of this thing that is there. And so let me tell you a little story. I remember telling my sister this, and this is a little bit of this is in my no, actually, I don't think it's in my 3-part series. Maybe it is. Um, my sister and I were at a bar. I can't remember how old we were. Obviously, we must have been 21. And I remember I legitimately said this. And this is no offense to strippers and no offense to um, anybody who likes to have sex. But I said that if I was skinny and if I had the body that I wanted, that I would be a stripper and that I would probably be somebody who just went crazy and just had sex with everybody. So somehow, somewhere along the lines, no, I think strippers make a lot of money and I think it's great. So I kind of always wanted to have that job, but it never happened for me. I didn't ever have the body I wanted, not when I was younger. And now I'm 50 and I love my body, but I've got other things going on. so so what I'd say is those words would come out of my mouth. So somehow, some way, I was taking those words and that ideal that lived within me and my mindset and basically using that as kind of like a protection, right? I was protecting myself from doing those things and being that type of a person by keeping my weight on. I was also keeping my weight on to not be seen. So these are very interesting concepts, but I was hiding. I was hiding in plain sight because I didn't want to be seen. I didn't want people to bother me. I didn't want to become a stripper. I didn't want to become somebody who was just a crazed sex fiend, right? No offense to these people who are. That's not the point of my story. I was protecting myself. And until I realized and made this connection that there was this energy that was surrounding me and my weight loss and how I felt about my body, and until I cleared these blocks and this whole entire thought process, I wasn't understanding that I'm never going to get anywhere unless I actually clear these blocks and clear this energy out of my system. So it's a matter of actually going back and realizing where some of these blocks started. How did some of these beliefs begin? How did I decide that eventually I didn't want to be seen so I can't lose weight? Or if I do lose weight, great. Now I'm being seen and everybody's like, "Oh my god, look at you. You look so great." blah 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 blah. And then you gain the weight back again because you're like, "Oh my god, I'm being seen way too much. People are talking to me. People are, they're looking at me. They're like, "Oh my god, you did so good." And and you don't want that. So you're like, "Oh my god, protect myself. I'm eventually gonna put this weight back on." And you decide to just eat and gain weight and not do the things you need to do. So until I realized this is where most of my weight gain stemmed from. So I wasn't realizing what I needed to change. And what you really need to change is your mindset. And you need to change your way of life, basically. We all know that it is a lifestyle change. So I had my bariatric surgery. I had the gastric sleeve in the end of June of 2022. I was 240 pounds and I I lost a good amount of weight. I went to about 170. I maintained 170, 174, somewhere around there for a long time, for about a year and a half. And then all of a sudden, I had gone on a cruise. I'd gone on a cruise and we drank and ate like continuously. And all of a sudden I gained 10 pounds and I like freaked out. So I was really freaking out and I was like, oh my God, I cannot gain weight again. Like, this is not going to happen. How am I going to keep this off? But here I was again. Was it my protection mechanism rearing its ugly head? What was happening? So I had to do a reassessment and kind of say, okay, let's get myself back on track. Let's figure out what is actually going on. And I decided that it's time to reassess and go back to making sure that my lifestyle change is permanent and make sure I'm getting to the gym, moving every single day, make sure I am eating properly. So I went back to making sure and making that my number one priority. So making sure that I was doing that every single day. And it's great, right? I feel so much better. I feel better about myself because all we really want is to wear the clothes we want. We want to look beautiful. I'm a hair, makeup, nails type of girl. And even when I didn't have the body I wanted, you can still do your hair, makeup, and nails, right? But there's a difference, right? When I'm thin and when I do my hair, makeup, and nails, I feel gorgeous. I feel that confidence. I feel like I can walk into a room and have people be like, "Wow, look at her." And that's not exactly what I'm looking for. I do like it and I appreciate it. But it's the confidence I feel. It's the fact that I can wear whatever it is that I want, that I can find my sizes in cute clothes, that I can just pick something off of the shelf and be like, "Oh, look, let me put that on. That's so pretty." Right? And or I can order clothes off of wherever and have them come and have them fit. When when you're a little bit heavier, it's not always that way, right? Number 1, you don't like going shopping because you just don't like the way you look in the mirror, right? Like I had a lot of issues with negative self-talk and I would, go try bathing suits on or go try clothes on, pants on, whatever, and you look in the mirror and it's just kind of like, I'm not super thrilled with what I'm seeing and I'm not really happy with what I'm seeing. So, I don't want to shop anymore. Or you'd get mad or whatever, right? But you start telling yourself these things and it's just the nature of the beast, right? And it's very difficult. It shouldn't happen. We should never do that. We should never have negative self talk. We should be positive with ourselves. But it's just it really is human nature and it's something that we need to work on and we need to turn around. So that is part of one of the things that I also work on now too, right? I work with women and trying to, coach them in just taking, just jumping off and taking a few good steps, right? I just ran my first 3-day reset and renew program where I had a group of people who basically if they're interested in bariatric surgery or, or even not, or if they're in the process or if they've had it and they need to get back on track, we just took a 3 day small little program and said, "Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take 3 days. We're gonna eat better. We're gonna make we're gonna move our body and we're gonna check in. And this is gonna be awesome. It's a little group and we're supporting each other. And this is awesome." And that's what I did. It was a fabulous program. Tonight is actually our congratulations call. So I am super excited about that. But if you're interested in working with me in that manner. I will be running that program again, probably in the next 2 to 3 months. But I also work in a one-on-one capacity, and I also have I have the Mighty Networks app, and that will be where I will put all of my programs anyways and all of my lives. I do coaching, and I will be going live in there 2 to 3 times a week, and the price for that will be 149 a month. And you get the coaching in there and every program and everything that's going to come out over, period of time. You pay for it monthly. So those will all be coming. Those are all coming very soon. And of course, what I ask is that you can follow me over on Instagram. I go live pretty much every day and just talk about whatever I happen to be doing for the day and some trials, tribulations, things that I run into. I usually go live after I've been working out and I look like a hot, sweaty mess. It's kind of disgusting, but sometimes these classes, man, these teachers, they kick my butt like whoo. Like I can't believe that they get me to work so hard and sweat like a pig. It's so worth it though, even though I look like a mess when I'm done. But yeah, you can follow me over on Instagram. My handle over there is Christine Renee underscore. And obviously, please subscribe here. I will be going live more often over here. I'll probably pop over on Facebook every once in a while too. If you're interested in working with me in a one on one capacity, please reach out and I will discuss my fees with you then. If you'd like to join my app, it's going to be $149 a month. And I will give you a 7-day free trial if you're interested in that, and that will be starting very, very soon. And yeah, and we'll be, running my 3-day reset and renew program again. And as I move along here, I will be making longer ones where we can stick together, stick together, stick together. So eventually, this becomes not a task, but it becomes a habit of you eating properly and moving your body properly. That way we have that little support system that some of us need, right? Like I enjoy a support system. I don't mind doing stuff on my own, but I really love doing it with other people, and it's just an amazing place. So tonight, which I'm super excited about in our celebration call, I'm going to do a nice little sound healing and try and move along some of those energetics that are clogging some of our space and our energy centers. So I can't wait for that. I'm super excited. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe here so you can get updates for anytime I go live, or take a look at my 3-day I'm sorry, my 3-part series on my weight loss journey. And I'll talk to you when I talk to you soon. All right, have a great night.